Yes, guys, it's finally here. We're doing the Sylvan, the elfish, the nature, the druid kind of castle in Heroes of Might and Magic. And yes, I am gonna compare it to all the other games. And apparently, I just learned that Heroes 6 didn't have a nature castle. Well, let's check it out. Okay, here we go. But by how it looks, it seems like the nature will fight the undead, and I have no problem with that. I wish there were more like elf creatures, less like foresty stuff, but it is what it is. And this is how it looks. Again, I'm familiar with Heroes 1 and 2 a lot, and the castles in those ones had more like a fairy tale feel to it. Heroes 3 is the one that I played like millions of hours of, and that had like more of a human influence, like humans living in nature, like some kind of an Asian feel to it, maybe even. This one is pure fantasy, pure nature. Again, they're going with a creature, a figure above the castle. I don't know how I feel about that. But this castle has a very fairy tale look, especially like the main castle. It looks like something from a fairy tale. The Phoenix building looks kind of cool. The Stonehenge thing with the monks. This is just very strange and ridiculous, but a unicorn in a small stable like this. The fairies, the gnomes in the small buildings, the elves here training. It's very fairy tale looking. This is, by the way, Heroes 1, if you didn't realize. Then Heroes 2 has gone for like a more fairy tale look again, but a little bit more realistic. The Phoenix building is kind of the same. The rainbow here is, I think, the Grail. This is magic, Stonehenge, elves. Everything looks kind of the same, but much more going like to a realistic look. It's still like pixelated art, but it has like a very realistic feeling compared to the first one. Like, also the graphics have changed, but both of them are pixelated, but look at the difference. 1 and freaking 2. Then you have Heroes 3, which has like that more Asian looking feel. It's like, especially the magic building, the heroes building, the bazaar, the city hall town thing, and it still has like that nature look and feel because it's made of mostly wood, hatch and stuff like that. The dwarves, the flying horse lady, the ladies flying Pegasuses. This is like the best thing for the best building for unicorns, because it makes more sense, like they're just in the wild here in this forest, magical forest, and this is the entrance. And the entrance also looks like very Asian. If those were lanterns, it would be obviously Asian. And this hut, the elves here. This is like the best looking building for building the tree people. And the bamboo here, it's like it has a very Asian feel. It's very different from any other one. And here we go with the Heroes 4. Here we go a little bit more into the nature look and feel. It has some vibes of like the lizard people castle from Heroes 3, but you can see it's very nature-esque. I don't know what the dog here is, but do they have wolves in Heroes 4? I don't remember. Anywho, it has like a very cool looking feel. Feel looking cool. This is probably the dragons, because you have like the emeralds here. Then Heroes 5, this is where they go full nature. I really like the look of this one. It is not similar at all to the previous ones, but I really like this one. It's like very, it's going towards like the elvish look, and yes, it's different, but it's a very cool look. With especially with this ball up here, I think this is the Grail again, but it's amazing. It looks great. Then, as I said, Hero 6 doesn't have the elves for some reason, but Hero 7 has this thing. I feel like out of all the Hero 7 castles, this one looks pretty decent. It looks a little bit more like the Night Elves, but yeah, it's an elven castle. It's still like surrounded by water, some vibes of Heroes 5, but very elven, especially with all like the white structures, with all those squiggly lines. It looks nature-esque, but more elven than nature, I would assume. And yeah, let's continue with what we got in the new one. But it's wood, it's magical, it may be fine, better than like the death on the necropolis, which probably one catapult will break it down. This will probably burn fairly easily, but you know, makes more sense, I guess, in this castle than in the necropolis. I like the fountain here, even though she looks very short-legged. Or he, I don't judge. I like the mushrooms here. Yeah, this looks very elvish. It has like a lot of... This looks like cabbage. Just cabbage people. More shrooms. A lot of red trees. Okay, let's see the castle from the start, the beginning, without me stopping. There's like a water fountain here. This is probably magic, if I had to guess. Those are regular buildings. Oh, I thought those were fountains. No, that's just water running, waterfalls. This is before they started changing stuff, so there's still no like people going around, but like elves and dwarves and maybe some magical trees walking around would be very cool. And okay, here we go. Heroes. Okay, I don't like the style. It's very modern-esque, cartoony crap. She's like the best looking out of all of them, because this one has like at least a mood. This hero. This, I don't know what the amalgamation is this. This one, the original one, is much better. And I don't know. The other ones are very, very strange. This cabbage person. I don't know what they're going with this. With what are they trying to do with this? But like, she's the coolest one out of all of them. And this is how the castle looks. I guess it's fine-ish. You don't see a lot of nature around. I maybe make... I don't know. No, maybe not make it from trees or something. Because again, pretty easy to burn probably. But it looks fine. It looks fine. I would still imagine it like with a big tree in the middle, so if it's a female tree, it doesn't really matter to me. What is this pony mushroom thing going on here? What is this? Oh no, there's somebody on it? Okay, sure. What is this? Four-handed creature? Griffins? Another mushroom cow thing? So this is the first one we have? Oh, an archer? That's great. That's pretty cool. An alternative one with a sword. So they're like, instead of the elves, but they're not really elves, they're like, they have horns and their ears are more like cow-like, but longer. Nature people, and they have hooves. Then this thing, which probably instead of the fairies, I wish they've put fairies, and this one doesn't feel like a level 2 unit compared to those guys. Those should be higher level. They should switch them. It doesn't make sense that this is a stronger creature. Does not make any sense. Fighting triglycerides, I see. Now... I really like the 3 people from Heroes 3. They're the best ones. I don't know what this shit is. It looks like it's just an abomination of nature stuff. Not a tree creature. This is... if it's like a stone golem or like an earth and nature golem, it would make sense. But they're clearly going for the tree type of creatures, at least with the original one. Those ones are a little bit better because they're very not similar to a tree person. Probably the building is also like the tree people's building. The tree, I don't know what their name is. You know, the trees, the tree people. Now you have this flying water fairy thing. This one is frozen. Cool. And then you have this old grandpa with mushrooms, with red mushrooms, and with purple leaves? Question mark. This looks very like on par with the very. It will go well with like the older castles. This creature, maybe even more than the unicorn, especially with like the aesthetic that Heroes 3 has. So it's kind of cool. It's like, I wish they made, like, the original is fine, but I wish they made those one more ethereal, more like fairy, more like natural, but unnaturally, like more ghostly like, more spirit like, shinier. And those are the highest level ones. They probably would make them bigger in the new game, in like after the update. But again, I know you want to make them not as similar to each other, but what is this freaking parrot? What is this? And who's the original? This is the original? Flaming Phoenix, okay. And Energy Phoenix. So Flaming Phoenix, Energy Phoenix, this is the regular one, the parrot looking creature. I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, I like this type of defense. It's pretty cool. The dragon looks cool flying. What? You couldn't fly over the wall? What defenses do we have here? Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is how you start, this bunched up. I hope like you can put characters on those tiles also. Well, and that's kind of it. This is the Sylvan faction. They're going more for nature and like nature creatures. Like the dungeon in Heroes 3 was more like scary underground / mythical creatures. They all look kind of about the same level, strangely enough. The fairy puff looking round creature is looking like the lowest level, but apparently he's the second one. There's some kind of like strange stuff like that, but overall it is in a better state than the other ones, and it will also probably change. They're working on the game. They are changing publishers, which is pretty cool. Maybe less Ubisoft influence, I hope. And hopefully I saw the UI is kind of bluish, very like clean and stuff, like the new heroes. Change it, please. Make it like Olden Era looking. Something. I don't know. Something from Heroes 1 to Heroes 3 would be the best. Maybe even like Heroes 5 style. But not just this perfectly modern blue looking shit. Yeah. Arrivederci guys. What do you think about the game? Write in the comments down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. And please subscribe.